Hello everybody, Treno here, and today I'm back with another dev blog. This time we are talking about a new map, Pradesh. A map located on the border between India and Pakistan, at what it calls the first stage of the Himalayas. Now this is going to be a combined map, so tanks and aircraft, and it's going to be one of the biggest ones in the game so far. 3 by 3 kilometers for ground forces, and 128 by 128 for aircraft. And we've got 3 pictures of the map here. Now, we've got this big overview here, and from what I can tell, the first picture is probably located around here. But you can see the 2 cluster of buildings and the bridge here, so yeah, you've got the bridge, got the 2 buildings, got sort of rock formation, which you can just about see there. And the third one is obviously taken by this train tunnel. So again, if we go over here, you can see the cluster of buildings, train tunnel, and yeah, so basically we are getting a more in-depth look at just this little area here. So what can we see about the map from the overall layout? Well, we've got a dam here, a sort of elevated area. I'm not sure if you can get to it, but presumably you can, because there's a big tunnel here. And it goes all the way down here. In fact, it looks like you've got 2 tunnels, so I don't know if it's possible for one team to go through the left tunnel and one through the right, and then just completely outflank each other without knowing. I'm not entirely sure. Presumably you'll be able to get quite long-range shots off from there. Though, obviously, people will probably be checking up there for enemies. And, of course, you will have to be aware of your flanks. And, of course, the tunnels themselves will probably quite a good ambush location. The bit down here looks to be quite flat. We can see from here. So we've got a few trees, and got quite a bit of cover, but otherwise seems generally flat from what I can see. Maybe a little bit hilly. I don't know how far up the sides of the map you can go. I presume it won't be very far. It looks a bit more hilly from this direction, which would be about there, but I think most of the flat area is going to be around there and on top of here. And we've got a little road up here, but it just seems to be leading to nowhere, so I suspect that's just for decoration. And the right side, which we can't really see because you can barely see it from here and you don't really see it at all from here, looks to be a lot more rough terrain. So you've got the bridges here, which are probably going to be obvious areas to get enemies as they're trying to cross. Again, we've got another train tunnel, good ambush location or for taking cover. You've got another set of bridges down here, so you've got 2 ways across the river. Interestingly, you can't get to the middle island unless you go to the left side of the map. So that could potentially be a bit troublesome, perhaps. Depending on where the spawns are, you could potentially have one team easily able to access it. I suspect what they might do is maybe have you spawn in at one end of the map, so maybe around the bridges here and then one at the dam here, but I'm not sure how that would work, to be honest. Because again, whoever spawns at the dam is going to have, very good elevated position, able to hit pretty much anywhere on the map. So yeah, that's possibly it's just an asymmetrical map, but again, it just seems a bit odd. I mean, yeah, this side on the left does get that middle island. This side on the right doesn't get the island, but they do have a lot more sort of rocky terrain, places to hide. Maybe the water would just be shallow enough to cross there. But yeah, I'm not really sure what to think about that. So yeah, basically to sum it up, we've got elevated position over here, got a island in the middle that can only really be accessed by one team, fairly flat terrain on the left, but sort of separated by a road. Like this area seems a lot more elevated, but still rather flat. And then you've got rocky terrain on this side, and you've got tunnels over here. Looks to be one possibly here, but that may just be for a bit of a gorge or a bit of a cutout in the rock. And again, we've got another tunnel here and some more bridges here. Also in this middle bit, we have a bridge here, so presumably you can get into these village areas. Although, again, they look very cramped, so maybe that's just for decoration, I'm not sure. So, yeah, this would be quite an interesting map to play on. I'd be interested to see how people will approach it. It definitely seems to be more of an asymmetrical map from the looks of it. It definitely seems fairly asymmetrical because of this bridge going to the middle island. But again, how much worth it will be to have that middle island, I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, that's the new Pradesh map. It's going to be a combined ops map, so yeah, quite looking forward to trying this one out at least. I'll be interested to see how people play it. Just a quick video today. I'm Treno, and I'll see you next time.